a little tour today of the market. We have vendors all outside in the front, down this side of the building, and also in the front, down at the other side of the building. Inside is a treasure of stores, vendors, and also in the back we have a ton of more vendors and stalls for the market. So let's go. So just a few things about the market. Here is a veggie valet, and you can leave some of your stuff here while you're shopping if you want to stop and get lunch, do other things around the market. Also over here, if you want any information about the market, there's the information booth for the Center for Education for Sustainable Agriculture, and they have a wonderful newsletter you can sign up for every week, and they will tell you some fresh things at the market, all the events that are going on. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. So I want to just stop 1 second. This is the home of the amazing summer tomatoes. This is usually where they start first in the year. They grow them here out of a greenhouse, but if you can see, so the way you want to pick a tomato, and the way you know it's really good is you smell it, and if it has this really sweet, ripe smell, then you know it's good. It just kind of smells green. I don't buy them. Personally, I haven't really enjoyed them that much this year so far. But and another thing you can do is if you come over and look, they have a sort of a white sheen. If you're not, but you really want them to be a rich, bright color. So these are a little bit white. I'm not very interested. I was just thinking, basil might actually be my favorite smell in the whole world. And this is the first basil I've seen this season. I secretly, no one knows this yet, but I have some fresh mozzarella at home that I got. I'm definitely taking this. Maybe I will go back and get some tomatoes after all. Maybe they'll be good. I am so excited right now. Every year, to me, what really, really symbolizes springtime is when one day cherries appear at the market. We've been through all winter, and citrus, every single day, different kinds are great fruits, but stone fruits, first stone fruits of the year. Here we are in the heart of the San Francisco Ferry Plaza Farmers Market. Here you can buy your own plants if you want to grow your own tomatoes. There's Gandhi up there. But otherwise there's just tons and tons of vendors. It's kind of empty today because it's raining and there's a Giants game down the street, which is actually good for me because that means I get all the best stuff. But just, yeah, if you take a look around, you can see all the wonderful vendors. We can get mushrooms, greens, fava beans, carrots, and everybody's really excited, and all this food is so delicious. We're here at Marin Roots Farm. This is one of my favorite places in the entire market to buy greens. Today I'm going to get some of these beautiful French breakfast radishes. Apparently what you're supposed to do is dip them in sweet butter and salt and eat them for breakfast. There's lots of other things to eat as well. Salad greens, no problem. These little tiny baby fennels, which look just amazing. We have tiny beets, spring garlic and leeks over here, and some of the most amazing, beautiful kale and chard you've ever seen. Alright, we are now inside the Ferry building, and I know I always talk about healthy food and vegetables and how important they are, but if you're going to indulge, which I do recommend occasionally, you should really do it right. And when I say right, this is what I'm talking about. Frog Hollow here, one of the most amazing bakeries in the city. And just look at this fresh fruit tarts and galettes and brownies, and you really just can't go wrong if you're gonna be baking. So just wanted to show you what also is here in the farmers market. Just want to give you a quick idea of some of the other things we have here in the market. And this is one of my favorite places. They have the neatest stuff. I'm really bad at pronouncing French, but it's something like boulette larder. But you can see these are all some of the finest spices. Just top of the line, high quality thing. This, you might remember, a few weeks ago I got some preserved lemon, which I used in a hummus recipe that was to die for. I got that here. I also got some chili spiced anchovies here. If you want anything special, anything from abroad, this is a great place to go. Indian spices, Italian spices. I mean, just look at this oregano. I mean, it's just spectacularly beautiful. You can also get blue bottle coffee here if you don't want to stand in the line out front. And this is a great place to go when you're wanting that little something special for your ingredients. Here we are at Far West Fungi, and I want you to see, this is a place that specializes in things that are forage. I mean, look, these are ramps right here. I talk a lot about them. They're wild leeks, and they're amazing in eggs. When they're in season, I just can't get enough of them. We've got beautiful morel mushrooms, fiddleheads, abalone mushrooms, mayaki, and chanterelles, just pretty much everything. Sea beans is an amazingly salty and sweet little treat. These mushrooms, golden gnocchi, I wanted to put in a miso soup, and they're like candy. Just you can eat them just raw. They're like candy. This is also a great place to get dried mushrooms for soups and other Italian dishes. People here are wonderfully nice, and it's one of my favorite places. And they're particularly exciting in the springtime when the morels are coming up, and they have ramps and the fiddleheads. Just got home from the farmer's market, and this is everything I bought. Usually what I do is I take everything out of my lovely farmer's market bag, and I set it all on the table, I write it all down, and I go blog about it. But this week, what I'm going to do is just show you everything instead, try something new. So we'll start over here. I got, once again, I bought these beautiful strawberries from Dirty Girl Produce, and a reader several months ago when the blog first started gave me the suggestion of putting them in a jar. Strawberries actually go bad really fast, and this is a great way to keep them. All berries, not just strawberries, they'll be good all week if you put them in a jar, so I really like this method. I also bought some Mediterranean cucumbers. I'm not a big cucumber fan, but these little guys have a wonderful fresh flavor, and they have very few seeds, so these are delicious. I use these in my salads at work every week. So what I do is I just take this whole bag of cucumbers, throw them in the fridge at work, and I just cut them up on my salad when I'm ready to eat it. I also, look at these things. These are beautiful. The little Thumbelina carrots. They're so cute. They're almost like something out of a childhood book. I think that's probably where they got their name. I've never tried them before. I've never bought them. I took some pictures of them last week, but I'm excited to see what these are like. As I told you before, I got this, I wish you could smell this. This amazing fresh basil, and I also got some cilantro from Chewy's farm. This is just what's going to be the flavor all week for my food. I'm really excited about it. I bought these lovely torpedo onions. I always buy either an onion or some kind of onion. These look the prettiest to me. I mean, just look how beautiful they are with the purple. And these are spring onion. They're special for this time of year. Another thing I got for my salads for work are these sugar snap peas. These things are great. I'll take off the little ends, but these things are great because they stay good all the way to the end of the week. So even on Friday, these are still going to be delicious, sweet, and I just put them on my salads, and it's a perfect little snack. This is for dinner. I love to have either a chard or a kale sometime during the week for dinner. This is a Swiss chard from Cafe Organics. Beautiful. I got 3 limes. They just looked cute. 3 limes for flavor. Moving over here, I got a couple of these tangelos. I got these from Hamada Farms. I love their tangelos. Early in the season, they tend to be a little more sour, a little too sour for me actually, but right now, tangelos are peaking. They're sweet as can be. They're delicious. I love to have them. I also got a few Meyer lemons because I always buy a lot of Meyer lemons. They're wonderful. As I mentioned before, cherries, the first of the season. They're not quite as sweet as they will get, but it's just so exciting for me to have stone fruit around. Also for my work salads, I got these beautiful French breakfast radishes from Marin Roots Farm. And even though I said I wasn't going to, I ended up getting this basil, and so I just had to go back and get some tomatoes. So as I explained before, the red ones didn't look that good to me, so I went with some of the yellow ones. And these, at this time of year, early in the season, the yellow ones tend to be a little sweeter, a little more reliable, so that's what I went with. Also from Marin Organics, Star Root, I think they're the same. This is some nice frisée, which is going to make a lovely salad. Probably pair it with some of my soul food eggs I got over here. These are eggs, I got them at Prather Ranch, but they're from Soul Food Farm, and they're just spectacular eggs. And these I'm going to pair with these ramps. And I explained these earlier. These are the wild leeks. I bought them, and they're just spectacular. You eat them all the way up to the top, the whole thing, and it's just wonderful. You use them like you would use a green onion. And finally, these are my salad greens that I get from again Star Root. I like to get tatsoi, which is they're these smaller greens, so they're kind of holy, but they're still good. They're a very robust green, and I also get arugula. And the reason I get these greens instead of some of the red lettuces or some of the other lettuces is because they tend to stay strong. They're not as delicate, so I can keep them at work all the way till Friday, and they're still good. They don't get squishy or mushy or anything. They're delicious. And finally, I got some flatbread today. I've never bought this before from Sukis, because I got our special request to make some more of that awesome hummus I made last week. So this time I'm gonna have the hummus with some flatbread, watch some basketball later, really excited about that. So thank you so much for joining our first our first video from Summer Tomato, and thank you for joining me this week at the Farmers Market.